You may be an old budgeter. You may be a new budgeter. You may not budget at all. But there's some things in our mind that we have to acknowledge, or you may not acknowledge. You may just be rolling along. And that's how a lot of people got into debt. You just rolled along, and thought, I'll be all right. It's okay. I'm just going to roll the dice. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yes, there are people like that. They just go with the flow. Sometimes it's young people. Sometimes it's older people. They're always going, oh, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. I'm getting a check. It's coming in. We'll be all right. Go on and spend that. I get a check on Thursday, Friday. And you just keep spending, spending, spending. Until something massive may blow up in your face. Something small may trigger it. You don't have enough. And there's some things we need to acknowledge, whether you're budgeting or not, whether you keep a budget or not. Okay? First thing would be there may be a money problem. Okay? You could be with a spouse, you can be with a partner, whatever. You can be with yourself. There's a money problem. You don't have enough in case of a problem cropping up. Emergency, whatever. You never seem to have enough money, or it takes you got it, but you take all of it and then the other things are going by the wayside. Or you don't acknowledge there could be an emergency somewhere in your future. Okay? Life just rolls on with its struggles and whatever. And, people blame God. Why did God do this to me? Blah, blah, blah. It may not be God. And then it may be him telling you, I'm going to see what you're going to do besides la, la, line with the money. Let's see what you do so that I can do a miracle later on in your life. Another thing we have to acknowledge is, are you willing to change your life, your lifestyle, and your habits? Habits can be impulse buying, emotional buying. You get angry with your partner, spouse, kids, and your mind's going, I'm going out here and buy me a new purse because I deserve it. Yeah, you might deserve it, but do you have the money? Did you plan for this? Is it going to upset the balance of the money that's in your bank or whatever? In the house? Is it going to upset or disrupt something because you're so emotional that you can't pull everything back together and decide it's not about the emotions that shouldn't be tied to it? You should decide what you're doing, what your habits are. Are you the one that, just goes out there, I get upset, I'm going to get this. Oh, I like that. Here I go. The impulse buying is rough. We've been taught to impulse buy. You go into a grocery store. You do not have a list. What happens? You start picking up stuff that's on sale, supposedly, sometimes. Oh, I need that. We need this. Oh, I might make that roast, okay, that's not on sale. I need this ingredient and that ingredient. I need this and that and this and that. Oh, they got things to decorate with. Oh, they got blah, blah, blah. By the time you finish up, sometimes you got a list, or just some people just pop in the store and they say, I'm just going to get this one item. Okay. They come back out. They got $200 worth of items. And then they're telling, of course, the cashier, I didn't mean to buy this. How many times you walked into that store? See, they want you to do that. They grab you to do that. How much, when you go through the register, what's there? Candy, chewing gum. Oh, there's some sanitizer. Oh, there's the soda. If you got kids, they entice the kids. That's what that stuff is there for. If you're standing in an aisle in a grocery store, look straight ahead. What things do they have that they want you to get at eye level? Okay? The other things that are usually low priced are at the bottom. But at eye level, where you can reach, that's where everything is. So are you willing to change your life and your lifestyle to get your finances together? Or if you have them together, to keep them together? Are you willing to put your needs before your wants? We need this. I need this. Not I want this all the time. I want this. It's good to have a goal. That's where your goal is. That's where your dreams are. That keeps you going. But you can't cover all your wants all the time because your needs, something's going to suffer. You don't have enough. And even if you do make a lot of money, okay, some people go after those wants. You see millionaires falling, okay, just going under because they've been out there buying. Some got 20, 30 cars. You can't drive them all at once, so why do we have 20, 30 cars? Yes, it's an investment, but sometimes you got to think of your lifestyle, and are you showing off, or you're going to use them as sell them one day for your kids or whatever? What's happening here? So sometimes you got to figure out what's going on within your head. You don't need sometimes a shrink or a psychiatrist. You know what's happening. Sometimes you're just showing off. I got to have this, especially church people. I walk into church. Some people, different churches, I go to different ones sometimes and visit. I mean, they are dressed to kill. Okay? I mean, it is like a parade of whatever. And then other people are just down to earth. And you're wondering, are you dressing for them? Who are you dressing for? Because God sees you whatever you got on. And some of this, the gold and everything is going. And it doesn't bother me. I can get what I can get. I can get it, but I don't want to do that. I'm not there to impress you at church. I'm not there to show off what I got because, see, I know what I got. I know I got a house. I know I got cars. I know what I got. When you're secure in what you have at home with you, you don't need to worry about the world out there and what they have. Like I said, we don't need to compare ourselves to the world out there because most of the time, that's what keeps poor people poor. They got to have the latest shoes. We got to have the Jordans and all that other stuff. We got to look like those rappers. When those rappers half time don't look like that when they're not in public. They're wearing suits and I remember I used to tell my kids at school when I was teaching, I said, they don't look like that. I said, did you see that photo? They were dressed. Oh, they don't wear suits and stuff. I said, why is that one in a suit with a tie on? I went to the computer and rolled it up. I said, look. Oh, some of them don't even know how old some of these rappers are. Some of them's in their 60s and they still yelling and screaming. I'm like, okay. I had a girl, she had never seen Chuck Norris. Okay. And my mom watched and talked about Chuck Norris all the time. She always watched all his shows and everything. So I knew who it was. I didn't really look at him or hear, I'm like, okay. But I knew who he was. And she was a teenager. Oh, Chuck Norris, he's so fantastic. Which he is, very nice looking man, did different things. And I said, do you know how old he is? And I'm looking at her like, oh no, he's like in his 30s or 20s. She really, and I pulled it up. She says, oh. They don't know. Sometimes you got to tell your kids, no, it's not it. Wake up, and he's a nice looking man, but we need to wake up to the age of what's going on. And sometimes our heads get in the clouds like that too. You know, sometimes you meet somebody, what do? You're impressing with your money, your lifestyle, your cars. I gotta get a new purse to go out on this date. I gotta get blah 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 blah. Some of you wind up even paying for the dinner or the meal or wherever you're going because they'll oh, I can't find my wallet. But you just dismiss all that stuff because you're trying to impress. We don't need to impress people. They need to impress you sometimes. Okay? So put your needs before your wants always. Can you decipher things you can or can't do? Okay? There's some things on here I can't do. I try them. Some of you do different styles of cash stuffing, different, you do the digital, you do this. And I incorporate some of the things. I don't show them all on the channel, but I incorporate some of the digital things so that I can show it to my accountant. But I don't do it on here. There's some things you do I will never do. I tried, but I realized I can't do them. And so I have to stop. Okay? There's some people you don't have the income that other people do. You're kind of envying what they have. Oh, I did the $500,000 challenge. You don't know whether they did or not, personally. And you're sitting there, the envy. Oh, I'm gonna do that. But you may not have the income to do that. You have to wait on God. Is God going to send me enough income to do that $500,000 challenge? Or am I going to work it a different way and I'll do so many of the envelopes on that sheet? Or I'm just going to do a $100 challenge or something. Or I'm just not going to do that challenge at all. You have to figure out what you can or can't do. And you don't need to impress us or anybody else on YouTube. This is your budget, your money, and quit worrying about everybody else. It's your savings challenges. Somebody may say, oh, you got a lot of savings challenges. That's the way you're saving. That is your budget. Now, if they want to come over there and pay your bills, okay, we'll try that. Just, send the money. Just send it on if you're going to help out. But you have to decide what you can or cannot do. You may not have the income right now, or something may be popping up. You cannot do it. Some of you are, expecting. You can't do it. Things are blowing up around you. You just can't do it. But you do the best that you can. That's all you need to ask yourself. Am I going to do the best that I can with what I got? Can I save, maybe if I got a check that's worth $800 a month? I'm wondering, can I save $80 out of that, 10% a month? Maybe I can do savings challenges with $80. Yes, you can. You can do a savings challenge with $1. Can you save anything? Because that's your journey. That's teaching you how to do things. It's not a lost cause. So you decide what you can or can't do. Another one is to put aside your envy and jealousy. You may say, oh, I'm not envious. I'm not jealousy. When some of these people, you see all that money wrapping around there and what they got, and they went this place and they went that place. There's a little thing that pops up in the back of your mind. I want. And you got to realize what you can do again and what you can't. And you might get there. Okay? That's your dream then. I'm going to try to get to Disney World. So I'm going to start saving. Maybe it is at $80 a month. Maybe it's going to take you a while. Maybe I need to check with Disney and see what packages do they have now that I could work towards. Disney used to have, I didn't check lately, I'm thinking about it. They used to have where you could save up the money to go on a trip with them. And you'd put so much in there till you got your trip paid for. And if they don't, do it in the bank. If you don't have a bank account, save it. and see if you can get your dream. Maybe you want to go on a cruise. It may not be, you may not have a lot of money. It may not be the stateroom or penthouse, okay? But you can go on a cruise because you saved that money. Some of you have never been out of your state. Save your money so you can do a little road trip. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing to be happy, to enjoy yourself, and to enjoy life. That's the main thing you need to do. You're trying to enjoy your life and have a great lifestyle. And you are trying to do the best that you can with what you got, without worrying about everybody else. The next one is, are you going to give up when there's a bad moment or a struggle? Are you going to just give it up and go, okay, I'm done? It didn't work. It's like the no spin. Didn't work. Okay, it didn't work. Do something else. Don't bash everybody else's dream. Just don't, yes, it's nice to tell them I didn't make it, blah, 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 but, don't tell people what they can and can't do because we don't know. All I always say is try. If you fail, okay. You fail it when you don't try something. And everything's not bad. It just didn't work for you. Some things are a struggle. The no spin is a struggle if you are doing it hard line no spin where you're not spending a thing, okay? It's gas, groceries, boom, I'm done. Okay, it's rough. And I told you last year it was a struggle last January. This year wasn't quite like that. Did quite the same way then. The kids would buy me a little gift or something, coffee or something. Same type of thing, but still, it was a struggle because I could not go buy my things that I wanted to do. And it wasn't a need, it was a want. I want this, I want to do this. It was a struggle. This year, it's not. And you can always change the rules on no spin. This is your budget. Change the rules around. Who told you this stuff? There's some people on here, they are very hardline, and they tell you, you got to do this and you got to do this. I told you can't listen to everybody. There's some things I do. You can't do what I do. I realize that. I'm not mad at you. Because there's some things you do I will never do. So we're going to be all right. Okay, are you going to give up? No, you're not going to give up. You're going to try to keep going. There's struggles all over. Life is struggle all over. There are people that give up on life. And they're gone. They don't want to be here. And they made that decision. You can't be making that decision like that with money. Okay, don't be giving up. Figure out a way. And maybe your way is totally different. Maybe you decide, I'm just going to go bankrupt. Okay, that's you. Go ahead. Okay, maybe I'm going to go do the debt snowball. Maybe I'm going to do an avalanche. Maybe I'm just going to blow all the money on one bill and just stand back and watch. Me and my husband used to do that. It did work, but everything else is out the window. Okay, don't try it. You got to have a backbone because every other person is going to be caught. Where's my money? They seem to have dates when they want to pay, but we can't fit the date in. Have you noticed that? Are you willing to organize and plan when you have a lot or no money at all? Some of you are getting these tax returns back, and one of them's getting $13,000 already. Said they were getting, one's getting $15,000. I mean, that's some big moolah for somebody that's in debt. Okay, and you have to decide where you're going to put that. Are you going to put it towards your debt? Are you going to save some of it? Or are you just going to let it sit? See, I've learned now to let mine sit there. I don't have a return this. I won't get any money this year. But, I learned let it sit. It's like you win the lottery. the best thing you can do is find your people and or whatever and let it sit. And then decide what you're going to do with it. I mean, if I was getting money, I'd save it. I saved last year's. I still have it. You know, the best thing, try to save it so that when the summer comes, and think of things that are coming in the future. Christmas, Thanksgiving, kids going back to school, needs school supplies, you need to pay for tuition. Think of things you're going to that really need your attention. Then take a pinch off of it if you need some type of gratification. We'll go on this small little vacation. Okay, if you get $9,000 back, don't sit there and go hog wild on it if you can. You know, we're going to build this. We're going to do that. And then what happens by the time June, July, August gets here, you're going, what happened to that money? What do we do? You know, we built that deck, but that's it. Or the deck's falling apart because you got the wrong person doing it. Organize, plan your life and your money. When you have it a lot, or even if you have none at all, organize it so you are trying to get more money or save more money. You may not have to go get a job. You just need to save what you got. You wouldn't have to go get that extra job. Decide whether you're going to list your expenses, make some kind of a budget. Some people don't budget. They do a list. Whatever you decide to do, you got to decide what you're going to do in your mind. Maybe you're a list person. We're going to do this. Maybe you're a cash stuffing. Maybe just plain envelopes. Are you doing with your money? What am I doing? What am I doing? Make a list of all your money, who gets what, how much they're going to get, how much are we going to have left over? Where are we going to put it at? Are we going to save it or invest it? What are we doing? What do we have to buy? What's going on in the future that we may have to deal with? What about turning on the air conditioning in the summer? How much is that actually going to cost us? What happened last year? We have to start thinking, because in the winter's coming. It's February already. We're moving. 10 months, it'll be Christmas. So you have to plan for those little things. If you're going on vacation, how much are we actually going to spend? How much is it going to cost? How much buffer do I need in my bank account all the time that takes care of things? So plan your future. Maybe you need to even change your bank. You don't know what's going on. A lot of banks are closing people's accounts. You know, Chase is just closing them. Their algorithm is looking at how much you pull out of the bank. And you have to be careful with that, with cash stuffing. If you're thinking of buying or purchasing a home, it doesn't look good pulling money out all the time. They just don't want it. They want to stay in the bank. Like, where is it? Oh, I cash stuff with it. That doesn't fly in corporate America. They know about it, but it doesn't fly. YouTube money doesn't fly. Being self-employed doesn't fly sometime. Okay, you have to have a track record. You know, oh, I'm a YouTuber. I get this much out of there. That's nice. Okay, that's self-employed. They think totally different. They want you to look stable. Okay? They want you to be there. On your credit report, if you look, they have places you have lived. Sometimes 4 or 5 or 6 places from 1902 somewhere, okay? And you're sitting there going, I forgot I was even there. They got the names of people on there. I had to get off of my credit report all these alias names. They had my mom and dad's name, also known as, they put AKA. I said, that's them over there. Why do you have that on my credit report? It made my parents look at their credit report. My name was all over there talking about also known as. And they're talking about, oh, they don't see that. But I told you, the credit bureau is not your friend. They sell that information. They get a lot of money for that information. And not just to creditors, they sell your information. And you wonder why your information is all out there, because they sell it. They get big bucks for that stuff. They're not your friend. When you sign up, like the one of them's got a couple of or something, as subscriptions, oh, we'll take care of your subscription. You're giving them information. You're wondering why people are emailing you and doing this and that and calling you by your first and last name, and they shouldn't even know it. Because you gave them information. You gave out your phone number. You go to these sites just checking, the first thing they put on there, what's your email? What's your phone number? And then next thing you know, you are bombarded, not just by the company or whoever you signed up for, but whoever they're selling your information to. And we are bombarded with that stuff. And then we got to go pay somebody to go check to get rid of it. And check all the time. So watch who you're giving your information to. That's part of budgeting. Your information should not be out there. They know your kids' names. They know how many animals you got in the house. Sometimes they know everything. All of a sudden you get all this email that you didn't sign up for that dog food company. What are they doing? And some of them hunt and peck. You may have a fish. They send information about cat food. Let's check and see, do they have that? Your phone, they got your phone number. It's all over the place. Google yourself. Just yourself. Just put your name in there. I bet everything's on there. Age, address, last known. Okay. Google yourself. Some of you scared to Google yourself because you know it's on there, and you have had a part in that because you're not checking. Just like this budgeting with this money, you're not checking. You can't give out your information. These payday loans, okay? They don't want to give you a loan till they try to hook to your checking account. Quit hooking them to your checking account, and they want, and see, they can see once you hook, they can see all the way back. How much money you made, blah, blah, blah. Quit hooking them to your checking account. Unlink. Okay? And if they won't give you a loan without linking to your account, quit having them take money out of your account. Quit dealing with a payday loan altogether. Quit taking the easy way out sometimes. Sometimes these loans, you're going to pay them. They want to go in there, and sometimes they grab when you don't have the money. And that's part of budgeting. Pay attention to your money and where it's going and why. And that's a habit. Payday loans can become a habit. You get one, you try to pay off that one, this one, and they get bigger and bigger because the interest rate is so high. Some of them are way over 200%. Some are 400%. You're going to have a hard time paying them down. And you're going to be in debt unless you get a bunch of money and go boom and get rid of them and never go back. Okay? Another one. Acknowledge your hot spots. Where and when do you spend money? Is it Etsy? Is it a hot spot? You see something on here and you go, hey, Etsy. Hey, Amazon. Okay, you got to have it. You got to show it off. It's cute. That's your hot spot. Maybe a store is your hot spot. You hang out at Target. You hang out at Louis Vuitton. You got to have it. You got to do this. What are you doing? Maybe you get wigs. I got to have that wig. I got to have that wig. You get the weave. I got to have my hair done every week. I got to change this around. I got to do this. It's okay if you got the money. You put the money away for you to have something, right? But it's not okay when you don't have it. That's your hot spot. It's okay to get the nails done if you have it. But if you don't have it, what are you going to do? It's okay to get the new shoes if you plan for it. But if you don't have it, you're going to be broke eventually. Something's going to blow. because you're going to start reaching into other areas. There's some of you right now, you're already short of money. The check came out and you are waiting on the next payday. And some, they can't help but wait on the next payday because they were working on their needs and they don't have enough. And they chosen also not to go out there and keep spending. And others keep doing it. You live from paycheck to paycheck. And the last thing you should always do, quit comparing yourself to everybody else. Okay? Quit it. Cheer yourself on. Don't wait on somebody else to say, good job, great. That's great. Just, keep on going. You keep on going because you want to keep on going. You keep on going, and even if you got a partner, say, we're going to keep on going because we're going to get the dream that we want to be. We want to get, maybe it's just to get rid of the debt and then sit out on your front porch and look at a vegetable garden and your little dog running across the thing. That's your dream. Maybe you always wanted a boat. We're going to get that boat and we're going to sail around and fish and whatever we're going to do. That's your dream. Work toward a dream and do some soft goals. Quit trying to be all rough and hard. I'm going to save $500 this month because Cash Bear Mama, she saved $500 this month. You may not be able to. I'm not mad at you. I'm watching how you doing this thing. I get more ideas from low-income people doing things, okay? And listening to their insight. You may not think you have insight, but you have insight. You have things that you say sometimes trigger something in me, and I listen. So do what you got to do. Take care of yourself. So the first thing, remember I had I think it was $2,504.22. Someone wasn't worried about 22 cents. It went into the bank over there. So I've got a bunch of ones here. It's supposed to be 50, but knowing my son, he loves ones. So that I told you I had extra 1,000 I'm putting on the principal, and I have in my bank the extra account for my car, and it's called the Baby B account. My car is called Baby B, and so I'm going to take a placeholder and put in here into the $1,500 one. That's section 7, and it's not all the way complete, but we'll do 4 of those. And so that'll be section 7. We finished this side, which was the 10,000. So that side's finished, and we're working on the other 10. And the car will vanish. And, I'll always be dealing with cars. We always are if you work or whatever, or maybe you deal with bus or transportation. But I know I'll be eventually one day getting another car, probably trying not to, because the last car I held on to it till it finally said kaput. Had rust on the side, I didn't care. So what we're going to do today, we're going to throw the dice on this, and this is kind of our family binder. I changed it around because I was just getting tired of all the, colors and stuff. I just had to take a break. Got to get something new. So we're going to roll the dice, and we got 5 and 5 is 10, so we're going to do 5 and 10. So let's go to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is home. And home can be anything. It could be subscriptions. It could be need something fixed right quick. Anything. Could be small maintenance things. What did I say? 10? That was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. That's transportation. It could be the car gas, car tire. But that's maintenance too. But I put everything together to take care of things. Okay, I already threw this, so we'll do 2 and 6. Now we know home was 5. That's right there. No, it's insurance. So home was 5, and so we have to do 6, and yes, that's insurance. And it's not just home insurance, it's all insurance. And everything helps out everything else, okay? You don't think that your money has to be in that one particular category, which I did. Okay, cafe is my coffee. We'll put $1 in there. You know, that's one thing that bugged me when I was cash stuffing, just starting, because people were like, no, it's got to go here, it's got to go there. And I just went, we're not doing this. Okay, so I can do 2, 4, or I can put it together as 6. So let's do 3 of them. 2, let's do 2 is the coffee again. Okay, let's see what 4 is. 2, 3, 4 is entertainment. And that could be tickets somewhere. 4, 5, 6, and that's insurance again, added together. All right, let's try this again. Okay, 4. So it's 4, 1, and 3. So 1 is the abundance. And usually this one is extra money I found on the ground. Whatever. 2, 3, people give me money. Dine out is number 3. And 4 is entertainment again, which we haven't did much of. 1, we're working, but, you know, we do the best we can. 1, 2, but we will be getting out. Coffee is getting it today. 2 for coffee. 4, 3, 4 is entertainment. Well. As I said, that's 4. Get in there. And then 6 total. 4, 5, 6 is insurance. Same people. They having a ball. I'm on a party. Okay. So we got 4, 5, and 9. So 4 is entertainment. That's entertainment. Whoa. 5 is the home. And then we go to 4 plus 5 is 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 is spend. And that could be anything. It could be at the grocery store, we're short of money. That could be spending on a meal, whatever. Whatever we choose. Okay, so we got 2. And then it's coffee. Coffee is getting, I guess I said you haven't had coffee in a while when you do get out there. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the insurance, which needs to always be bulked up because we got medical insurance, house insurance. I got that bougie house insurance as frugality is life calls. I'm getting ready to not just wait when it's time to renew. I think it's leaving. 6, and then we got 8. 1, 8. Yeah, I was like fit to be tied with that insurance. Talking about $5,000 deductible before they start really doing any. I mean, they'll pay everything else at $5,000. I said, where did this come from? You didn't even tell me. Matter of fact, was so funny. They didn't even mail it. I had them told them they were supposed to mail everything to me. So we got 3 that's dying out, and they didn't do it. And so I jumped on them. I said, oh yeah, we see that. And I said, mail everything out. It's hooked to with my car, too. Feels like 2. It's hooked to my car, too. I said, you mailed the car out. And so then they mailed 2 car things out. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nutrition is food. And I said, you mailed 2 car things, but you didn't mail the house insurance. And now I see why they fooled around with it, because they hurried up and sent it to the mortgage company. And, you know, it makes your escrow go up and down if you have that like that. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. 1 is abundance. And I think we'll do it 1 more, because I'll be here all day. You'll be here all day fussing like, you're still there. 2. And 1 and 2 is 3. Dine out. So we did abundance, cafe again, and dine out. I wonder which one didn't get anything. Feels like something didn't get something. Okay, so we got 4 and 5. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4 is entertainment. The spirits are telling me, go on out there. 5 is home. Yeah, but I saw what I said. Oh, okay, I got you, gang. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm probably gonna be hunting for a insurance company because I haven't did any claims. I'm gonna stop right there. I haven't did any claims at all. So it's like, why is it going up? I know why it's going up. They told me because of what happened and, these different things happening around the country. California had things and Florida had things, but I don't think I need to go up that high. I went from $800 deductible to $1,000, and then all of a sudden we jumped to $5,000. No. Can you imagine? Even if I had $4,000 of that, that could have went on the house or the car. Okay? Instead of going to the mortgage company and I got to pay it out of escrow. So, watch those things. I'm going to watch because I'm getting ready to roll. I've been with that insurance company for quite a while since I moved here. And when I moved here, it was $800. And now it's like, what? 8 times 5 is 4,000. Be 4,000. 8 times 5 is 40, but 4,000. And it's out the wazoo. It went up, 6 times, 7, going on 7 times what it was when I moved here. And that hasn't been that long, so that's a little ridiculous. Okay, just before COVID, so it's not working. Anyway, I want you to have the greatest day. Don't compare yourself to anybody, okay? God has got you. He is your father. You got everything you'll ever need from him. You just got to watch what you're doing, and he will do the rest, okay? Believe in yourself, because you are unique. You're great. You're wonderful. You keep telling yourself that no matter what the world is telling you. Okay? No matter what they may think of you or they may say about you or your culture or whatever. Okay? You just think we are wonderful. Okay? We are the family of God. And the rest of them, if they want to keep on talking, they're not the family of God. Okay? So take care. Love you. Thank you to everybody. Bye-bye.